Hello there. Today I wanted to spend some time talking about my Palpatine yellow build. And it's a super fun way to build Palpatine. I talked about it a little bit before when we were going over sideboard strategy, because Palpatine is probably one of the leaders that you need to think about the most with sideboards. Uh, but today I wanted to specifically focus on this deck. Uh, we're really trying to get to the late game anytime that we play Palpatine. So a lot of what you see here from basically all of this right here is just slowing down the opponent, right? So we have Sentinels with the Royal Guards and the Cell Block Guards. The Royal Guards in this deck are 3/5s, and they get Sentinel with Yularen. So that's all phenomenal. Yularen is basically 3 extra health to our base because our opponent has to kill him. If they don't kill him, then the Emperor's Royal Guards officially become Sentinel, which is even worse. And you can see with the number of green units in the deck, we're going to heal a bunch more than 3. So Yularen's a great card in this deck. The Escort, Skiff, and Bosk are kind of like Sentinels in that they still have an immediate impact on the game. The fact that they have ambush when they come in means that they'll help keep our opponent a turn behind. Seasoned Shore Trooper and Greedo are mainly just strong turn 1 plays. You might ask why the Seasoned Shore Trooper. The main goal there is to have more green in the deck to fuel Yularen. He's also better than a Crafty Smuggler if you're going to use Overwhelming Barrage with him. Boba Fett's just a great unit. Most yellow villain decks should probably have Boba Fett in it. Okay, the Space Lane is light. It's just 3 Consortium Star Vipers and a Gladiator Star Destroyer. With this deck, a lot of times you do have the initiative because you're ramping with your Super Laser Technicians and your resupplies, and so you don't have as many attacks to put in. And so you can actually get the heal off with the Consortium Star Vipers quite often. With Yularen out, they restore 1 when they come in. They can restore 2 more with their attack. So that's, adding more and more health to try to get to the late game. 1 Gladiator Star Destroyer just to make sure that we don't get blown out in space. But a lot of times we're using the Overwhelming Barrage and the Waylays, or even the Traitorous, to help control that space lane. No Good to Me Dead is mainly for their leader, who is probably going to deploy before Palpatine, odds are, and so that can help slow them down there. Vader is fairly straightforward. He can buy you more time by pulling out more of the Sentinels, and he's pretty phenomenal. All right, this is where the spiciness comes in. Bib Fortuna exhausts to let you play events from your hand that cost 1 less. So you could play Change of Heart at 5 resources if you get an early Bib out. If you get an early Bib out and your opponent takes the time to kill him, that's phenomenal because it's like 6 extra health to our base because he's shielded and has 3 health. So if they take the time to kill him, great. If they don't take the time to kill him, also great because we can start doing Change of Hearts at 5. But what's really spicy is when we do it at 6. We wait a turn. We use Bib Fortuna to Change of Heart their guy, probably attack with it, and then use Palpatine's ability to deal a damage to an enemy unit, draw a card, and defeat that unit that has been changed of hearted. It's super, super fun. It's difficult to come back from. You can do the same thing with Traitorous at 5, but obviously in this deck, Bib Fortuna enables us to Change of Heart at 5, and we don't just have to grab something that has to cost 3 or less. So Traitorous, while good, is maybe not quite as fun. If we've only drawn into one change of heart, sometimes it can be worth it to traders just to save our change of heart for that 7 drop or that 8 drop. And then to help close out the game, we have the reinforcement walkers and the devastator. Uh, in a control matchup, I'm bringing in even more of these, but a lot of the times we're up against aggro and we're swapping these out or bringing in sneak attack because sneak attack on a reinforcement walker is nothing to sneeze at. On your 7 resource turn, 6 if you have bib, you can uh, play him and attack with him. And that's basically a 12 damage swing. Because when played, you can look at the top card of your deck and either draw it or discard it and heal damage from your base. And when it attacks, you can do the same thing. So your opponent probably doesn't have a way to deal with the reinforcement walker because it has 9 health. Waylaying something that's just going to be defeated this turn anyhow, though totally worth it in this case, is kind of a feel bad moment. And you get to basically heal your base for 6 and do 6 damage to their base. If you have Yularen, this is a heal for 7 and deals 6 uh, just with a sneak attack in there. So that's a very fun sideboard card. So it's a super fun deck, and I hope that you enjoy it.